Our story starts in 1972 in a little town called Beardeer, where a 4-year-old boy lives. His name is James. James' family isn't very rich and money has always been a problem. Time has passed, James has grown up, and now he's 30 years old. His parents are dead and he's alone and without money even to buy some bread. Soon, he became a homeless person, sleeping in the street and surviving with alms. One night, the most rainy one that James has ever seen, the streets were flooded and he didn't have a place where he could sleep. James knocked in every single door and asked for every single person if he could sleep in their houses. But everyone refused. James was hopeless until he saw an abandoned hospital. He didn't think twice, and when he realized he was inside the hospital, James decided to explore the place. He saw some doors with hanging names on. There were a lot of different names: Mary, Jason, Piper, Harry, Martin. When James arrived at the end of the hall, he saw a door without a hanging name, and the door was open. He got into it. It was like a doctor room. James sat on a chair and started thinking if he was doing the right thing staying in the hospital. Ah! He heard a scream. When he realized his pulse was racing, his breath was labored. He was afraid. However, he thought it was only his imagination, so he decided to sleep. In the middle of the night, there was a scream, but the voice was familiar. It was James' voice. He screamed for a minute. Later, he stopped, and a deadly silence echoed. In the morning, the guy wasn't in that room. He disappeared. But the room looked normal, except for the door, which now had a hanging name on it: James.